Thompson Magana, popularly known as Obinna, is a Kenyan comedian who has made it big in Kenyan media. It is true that laughter is the best medicine, and as a comedian, he has used his talent to create a career for himself and entertain people. He was born on the 6th of June 1990 in Mazino, Kisumu County, to a Kenyan father and Igbo mother, making him half Nigerian. Oga went to Chilembo Boys High School, where he sat his KCSE and attained grade C+, having a remarkable sense of humor. Obinna explored the comedy world and was soon being featured on radio shows, television productions, and more media outlets. He says he was once a preacher and is a professional musician. He is also a brand ambassador given his huge social media following and fan base in the country and beyond. In this capacity, he has worked with companies including Deakin, Uber, USN Kenya, and Golden Tulip for advertisements. Additionally, his career has grown his public image and presence, making him a highly sought master of ceremonies alias MC for social, corporate, private, and public events alike, such as weddings, office parties, and more. The comedian is a father of 4 children, a boy and 3 beautiful girls who are not of the same mother. He says he is scared of heights and is not one to ever watch horror movies as they give him nightmares. Moreover, he says it takes him some time before he can learn to trust a new friend. Interestingly, Obinna is a good cook and once harbored dreams to become a professional chef. The pet lover who owns dogs, cats, and goldfish is also a great dancer who cannot resist a chance on the dance floor. Comedian and radio presenter Obinna was under fire following an Instagram post. The comedian shared a photo of a heavily pregnant Tanzanian actress Tasi Mdegela. What rattled his fans was the caption that accompanied the post. What seemed to be a funny joke to the popular comedian was interpreted as gross disrespect by majority of his followers, who termed his choice of words as offensive. In the post, the father of 4 said that men have no limits and wondered why any man would impregnate someone like Tasi who has dwarfism. Obinna tagged Jomu Shiri and Black Eend, who also went on to joke about the post. His joke, however, did not please many, who called him out for pulling such a stunt. The obviously agitated fans went on to say that he should have respect for all human beings, as some asked for God's forgiveness on his life. In another post, Obinna argued that he was only joking and many people took his joke way too seriously. These jokes don't need Makasariko. Feelings receipts below. John 8-7. Now that I have your attention, check my brand new jam on YouTube. He unapologetically posted. Tasi has never shied away from sharing details of her pregnancy with her fans, together with her husband who goes by the name Chris. Comedian Obinna had opened up on how his relationship with a number of his loved ones turned sour after hosting them in his house. Sharing his experience in a social media post, Obinna warned netizens against opening up their home to anyone despite the situation they claim to be in. No matter how sad their story is, don't let anybody move into your house, he posted. According to Obinna, most of the people he had allowed to stay in his house ended up labeling him the enemy. Way, let me tell you, Maina, I learnt my lesson. I have housed over 12 different people in my little house for a period of like 6-8 years. The worst thing is that most of them currently, I'm enemy number 1, he added. In his explanation, most individuals disregard the hospitality and care given to them while under your care and badmouth you once they leave. The minute they leave your house, they don't support your hustle. They talk ish about you, etc. I think I've learnt my lesson. Never ever. Obinna's post attracted comments from a section of online users who seconded his statement, with others giving their own testimony. Obinna was back in the headlines after his baby mama came out and accused him of more messiness and involving their children in the mix of his shenanigans. Obinna said he is done being the bigger person, plans to take back everything he ever bought his ex-wife. I am of course referencing their public feud that has seen him get accused of being a kept man. But while we all know the radio personality who apparently is also supposed to pass off for a comedian is an ain't shite brother, but I am here to argue that his baby mama is at fault for this mess. You see, anyone with more than a room temperature IQ could see from a mile away that he is not a man to actually set up a family and lead it like a responsible man would. He is a damaged brother with multiple baby mamas. He is like a budget future, yet some woman still decided to lay down with him and start a family before he'd married her. Make it make sense.
Wana kwa nyumba, kuleta wasichana pale kwa nyumba, nikienda job, then nika find out ile kuconfront, nikakuja nikapata shahama. So sikuwa aware kama anahama, but ali move out too. Yeah.
If Obinna's baby mama had any self-respect, she would have run a background check. She would have noticed that he is a male in desperate need of therapy. She wouldn't have agreed to tie herself to him in the mess of a ship he runs. But she was desperate to be needed, so she saw herself saving him from himself. She is to blame because she didn't really think about the future lives of her children, and we know this because she chose to start a family with a Rolling Stone, a man who already had children from a previous relationship and still refused to marry her before she carried his sign. Why do women still, in this day and age, choose to settle down with men who have multiple baby mamas? Obinna is one man with 3 baby mamas. The first woman can get a pass because she still hadn't learned his true nature, but the other 2 knew who he was given his relationship with the first, and yet they still chose to have children by him. What did this particular one in question think he was going to teach their children? How to be wholesome human beings. How to be in control of their sexual desires. How? He has never exhibited that level of self-control.
If I sue her for defamation, which probably I'm going to, she doesn't have money to pay me. She will suffer. She'll probably be thrown in. My kids will miss a mother. So the only way is if I'm to press charges, she's going to jail.
However, it goes without saying that comedian Obinna is among the many young fathers who are doing an exemplary job matters raising their children. The comedian has proved countless times he loves his children and would do just about anything to make them happy. Most people just know he is a father of 4, but what they do not know is he sired his children with 4 different women at different points in his life. Well, unlike most men who would hide the fact that they had children with multiple women, Obinna is proud of his position and has never been shy of going public about it. My county representatives, the Uran, Brianna, Damalola, and Adasan. This is why I'm blessed. I take care of them and many others in orphanages who aren't related to me, and God really does revenge by taking care of me too. Father Abraham, he captioned the photo. It is not yet clear whether the comedian leaves with all his children or if they leave separately with their mothers, but he has incessantly proved to always being there for them.